Hello, my name is Marcus and welcome to another episode of Tabletop Reviews. But today I'm having a look at Wrong Party by Unstable Games. A small box game, another one of the pre-orders from 2021. Let's get it to the table, set up and played. Alright, let's get it set up here. If I can get it opened. So that one. There's some scoring, I can use that a little bit later. I recommend having that one close by for the scoring. Well, starting off with, how do I fold this one out? There we go. The points chart. Bam! Hilly. Alright, and then bringing out the decks of cards. Here you have two different decks of cards, marked by a colored background and a all black background. Get into the difference of them. Anyways. And then you can choose your player colors to start off outside the board. So let's say there is red, yellow and purple. Bam! We're ready to play the game. Let's move this out this side. So this right here is your party theme. This is important for any kind of extra bonus you might get. Bam! Alright. And then shuffle up the black cards, giving 5 cards to each player. Can I have them here? And then 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam! It's distributed. Alright, so it is kind of a drafting game, a little bit in the essence of A Wonderful World, but a little bit different. So you start off with a hand of cards. Now all the cards have a base value points, a color corresponding to a kind of party, like this one over here is red and purple, this one's red, so that's nice. And then have they like this and they dislike this. Right, there's just some symbols, and then you have a purple and a blue and a yellow and a blue. So very interesting. Now I'll tell you about some scoring first, because that makes sense to what we're going to have to do. That's why I say this one, just to remember the scoring. So you can get 2 points to your score for each party guest card in your party area that matches the color of the active party theme. So you know, a red card would be nice, or a purple card to play down. Add a point to your score for each like on a party guest in your party area. As I said, like, so let's take this guy here. I mean, first of all, it would be 4 points. Then you'll get 2 points for that, and you'll get an extra point for the like. And then subtract a point for each dislike. So again, these ones here, and let's just see if there's one. For example, this card. Even though it's purple, which does give you 2 extra points, it is going to subtract 2 points because it dislikes these 2 which are on this party. It doesn't have a like. So that's a thing to think about, is that it subtracts some points. And then you have a few bonus points here as well. You get 5 bonus points for one party guest card of each color. So that means if you have all 4 here, all 4 different colors, you get 5 points. 3 points for 3 matching party guests, 4 points for 5 points for 4 matching, and 10 points for all 5 matching in the same color. So that's what you're trying to do. Now, how do you achieve this? Well, on your turn, you're going to choose one, and I think honestly this one is pretty good. So you place this one into your party. Bam! Oh wait, is it? It's one of them that's face up and one of them that's face down. How can I not remember? Yes, sorry. I mixed them around. Your party guests are face down. Bam! Whilst your uninvited guests, which is one that you choose not to bring, and it's your choice which one. Maybe this one is not the best. This one is something like this one, maybe. You remove that one, because it might get chosen before it's your turn. Anyways, your opponents does the same, choosing 2 cards like this, and then you move it around. Now it probably says clockwise, but I say move it around how you feel. Anyways, at this point you would have, let's just say it was like this. 3 cards. You draw up 2 more. and then you choose a new one. You continue like this until you have 5 face down cards here in front of you. Bam! And of course also 5 cards like that. And then you each reveal your cards and count up points, like it was stated. Bam! So let's just for fun count up the points that are here. So add 2 points to the party for each guest in your party area that matches the color. So that is 2, 4, 6 points. Add a point for every like, so that's 7, 8, 9. 9 points in total right now. Then remove for every dislike. None. Oh, 9. I was on 9 point. Wasn't it? Oh fuck. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 points, and then it's 8 points and 7 points. So a few minuses down to 7 points now. Then the bonus points down here. So 5 bonus points for one of each color, and I do have one of each color. That's 5 bonus points to my 7, giving me 12 points. I don't get anything for the other ones because I don't have 3 of the same, 4 of the same, 5 of the same. Anyways, I'm on 12 points. Let's add the points of these ones, which is 12, 14 plus 8, that's 22, 26, 27 points for this one. I'll grab my thing then and move it up to 27. And then you would continue until someone reaches 100. The first one to reach 100 wins. And that's the gist of this simple drafting game. I did say A Wonderful World just because the drafting method reminds me a lot of A Wonderful World, but you might disagree. Anyways, let's get to the table and talk about my final thoughts. And there we are, that is the setup and the gameplay of this. Now let's talk about it. Let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay is of course drafting. It's kind of card drafting. I think that immediately sprung to mind when playing this one, and It's a Wonderful World is the comparison. You have the amount of cards that you're passing around. Difference is in the one It's a Wonderful World, you don't refill as you go. What you do in this one every turn until you have 5 and 5, and then you reveal. I probably glossed over some things in the overview, but that it sprung into mind that it was this kind of card drafting game. Maybe also named this was Bunny Kingdom. These are the card drafting games that I've played, and just with all of these other card drafting games, I think this one works better at more players. Where you pass it around a bit more and and there are more players to interfere, so it's not just like, okay, I'm sending 3 on, one of them I'm gonna get back. Well, no, you're gonna move them around. So definitely one that works better with more players, but that's not yet. Anyways, but the gameplay is very similar. This drafting game, and then trying to create some combos or some extra points through the deck. A challenge is of course remembering what your first card was. Once you gotta put down your 4th card. I have played one where I put down 4 reds from 2 to 5 because the 4th number 1 was also a red. I completely forgot that it was a purple. Just as an example. Just remembering that, and of course you can put down a tactic and say, okay, I've got this card to change it to yellow or whatever. But if someone changes after you, then well, you can't do anything. So there's a few things, but it is very much the Unstable Games formula of a very simple game that is living off of the artwork and a very simple, fun gameplay. And the gameplay, as I say, is simple and very fun. I do like it, just passing along, enjoying up more cards and drafting. And the thing of you showing what you don't want, and people are okay, interesting, and powers revealed in one. It's very simple, but it's very fun. I found it very, very fun to play. That's basically all I can say about the gameplay. The components. So the components is a main board and then cards. And the main board is, I remember back for Tic Tac KO, it was paper you folded out, which was terrible. This is just a fold out board. It's nice, it's very thin, but it's nice, it folds out and stays there. Then you have the little hats you're moving around along. I suppose those kind of party hats are spread out in the United States. It's not very much here in Denmark, but they look kind of cute and nice on the table. And the cards are the quality that I expect from unstable games. Nice, high quality, and of course, artwork is the same, fun, cutesy artwork. Love it. It's really unstable games really has a great time of this artwork. Of this artwork, that's why you want one of the games. But this, but the components are at the level that you want, and the board is a board, not a paper you fold out. It's terrible. So that works really. Yeah, theme-wise, I don't know what the theme is. I mean, wrong part. The theme is parties, and it portrays that very well with the cards. There's not a lot of theme. There is just also when we play it, we don't say like, "Oh, it's a red pattern." It's red. It's red, or it's blue, or yellow, or purple, and then you have the symbols you like or dislike. There is not a lot of theme in it, but wonderful artwork still. So yeah, theme-wise is not really there. Anyways, does it lie to you? It says right here on the box, 2 to 5 players, 12 and up, 30 to 60 minutes. It's funny that this says 12 and up, right? This very extremely simple card drafting game says 12 and up. Other games that are more difficult than this says 8 or 10 and up. That's a bit fun, right? Like I'm looking over on Here to Slay and Have Little Dinosaurs, which is 10 and 8 respectively, and this is 12. If you watched Here to Slay and Have Little Dinosaurs is to come, you'll realize this game is a lot easier than either of those games, but this game is 12 and up. A bit weird on that one. You can go lower, it's very simple. 30 to 60 minutes, fairly accurate. It depends on how much time you do take to draft, of course. Because it can be a little bit like, oh, which one am I gonna choose? Sometimes it's very obvious, just other times just sitting there half an hour and deciding. But as I said, 2 to 5 players, it's better at higher play counts. 4 or 5, that's where it's really good. 2 and 3 is still good, it's a fun game. But 4 and 5 is where it's at. That's where you want to play this game at higher play counts. That's where it's at. So, the final score for this game. We're sprinting through this one. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 because it's not just meh, which is like 5 or 6, right? It's not meh. It's just a good game. It's a fun game. I really want to play it, but it doesn't get into the really good territory, the 8 and ups. That's the really good territory. 7 is the perfect territory, above a meh, but below a great. And 7 is right there where this belongs. It's a really fun game to pull out and play with family and friends. Quick to set up, quick to play, quick to understand. So yeah, a really fun game, 7 out of 10. Am I keeping it? Yes, I am. I'm keeping this one. 100%. It is a fun game, great little game to play, and I'm definitely keeping it. Anyways, that's another review done, this time from Unstable Games. I'm trying to make it through the last few Unstable Games. You can hear Happy Little Dinosaurs is coming. But until next time, bye.